Oh hi, I'm Bernard Holden, and I'm showing you a printout of a screenshot of an iPhone app which I developed called Jazz Practice, and I'm going to do a series of lessons. This first lesson is on intervals. I would ask you to have a look at my website relating to Jazz Practice, the first few pages on music theory, introduction to music theory, because it talks about the construction of major scales in all keys. I don't want to spend time on that now, but it'd be worth having a look at that. So now I'll just get to talk about the scale of C major, because it's all the white notes. Starting with C1, we're talking about intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in fact we'll carry on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The relevance of that will become clear. Now chords in the major key are generally built up in triads. So starting on, if we're talking about the chord of C major, we'll build it up in thirds. 1, 3, 5. We get a major chord, but we don't in fact have to stop there. We can carry on building it up in thirds. If we add another third, we get C major 7, and I haven't got enough, my hand's not big enough to play the 9, but that gives you C major 9, which in fact is what that chord is displaying there on the app. The C major chord in the key of C, for rather obvious reasons, is known as the 1 chord, because it's on the 1, the root is the 1 of the C scale. If you moved your fingers up 1, so the root starts on the 2, that is called the 2 chord. For the moment I'll just jump to G, which is the 5th note in the scale, and play a chord there. It's a G chord, which is the 5 chord, as it's the 5th, the root is the 5th note in the scale of C. I'm going to talk about you may have heard in jazz theory a lot of talk about 2-5-1s. Just going to show you, there's a tune there called Autumn Leaves. And you can see you know that tune, I hope. And the chords there, I note, are D minor 9, D minor, G7, and C, and then finishing on C major. But you note, in fact, it's been made slightly more complex because it's got a D9, so it's got a 9th interval, so it gives quite a more of an interesting sign. The G7 has also got a 9, but it's also added a 13, so you can see that you can build a chord up, you don't have to stop. But also the way that those 3 chords have been arranged, playing those three chords as written, but I'm not playing the root. Root I have to play with my left. D minor 9, G7 13, G7 9 13, C major 9. But in this case, in the case of the C major 9, the 9 is down here, the D is down here. You don't necessarily have to have them spread out. So the advantage of this, you can play them in clusters with very little movement. Okay, thank you.